My people, today we got some big things to talk about when it comes to 2K20 demo and what we may have going into NBA 2K20. And it's specifically related to these pie charts that I'm going to be talking about. And the reason why is because if you don't know, your boy in 2K19 was majority either a two-way build or a hybrid defender. Now, if you don't know what a hybrid defender is basically in 2K19, you will put your primary as a defender and your secondary will be either a three-point shooter specialist, shot creating. You get the drift now. 2K is trying to single-handedly destroy or eliminate the lockdown or hybrid defender. And I'm going to go ahead and show you an image, or actually a couple of screens here, just to point out what I'm saying here. So off the rip, the most alarming stat to me is that lateral quickness on most of the defending builds is right at 80. And I know some people may say, well, you have the speed to compensate for it, but there has been no confirmation from any of the devs saying that lateral quickness and speed are going to tie in together. That's going to help the defenders. So in my mind, these playmakers already have a heads up on us. Even taking a look at the two-way shot or the two-way playmaker or the two-way finisher, these builds by default already have a huge disadvantage versus anybody who has 86 plus ball control, along with the speed that they're going to get that is in comparison to the defenders. And it seems like our only option would be the last pie if you do want to be a defender, which you might as well throw that away. So when it comes to the defenders, this is where I have the problem with the pie charts, because it seems like 2K20 is going to be an all offensive game. Now, the interesting thing about all of that is the fact that we can't get builds like the shot creating defender anymore. The playmaking defender, although it was bad and laughed at, the rebounding defender, even a sharp defender, is being weeded out just by the attributes that we get. Now, I know a lot of people out there have been arguing, well, Till, we still have the two-way builds, or we have the two-way finisher, or the two-way sharpshooter. But statistically, I want you guys to look at something. When you go back and remake that build, pay attention to a certain stat that basically sticks out to you, and that's lateral quickness. Now, I know a lot of people may say, Till, that's not that big of a deal. That's one of those throwaway attributes. But when you pay attention to what playmakers are getting or shot creators are getting, these guys are getting 85 plus ball control, some 95 plus with 6'4", 6'5", 6'3" builds that we have to be able to keep up with if we're a guard. Now, specifically in this video, I'm talking about builds that are going to be between the 1 and 3 positions. So that's point guard, shooting guard, and small forward. Any build that's going to have to keep up majority with a playmaker. And the reason I'm bringing this to the attention is because the last week or so, right, I've been struggling to make any content based on this demo because of how bad the builds are for anybody who wants to be a defender. There are people out there throwing out, oh, well, this build has 84 lateral quickness. Look, I got to an elite level player in 2 months playing 2K. I made a hybrid defender, which is the shot creating defender, and I felt like I went against a lot of playmakers at 6'4", 6'5", hell, and even at 6'6", that had 92 ball control. Guys telling me they have 95 ball control. They have 90 plus speed with ball. Some had 99 speed with ball, and my shot defender only had 91. So let me go ahead and put that into context for you. And obviously, people know, they say defenders were overpowered. Yes, 6'10" defenders were a problem, but to stay on topic here, we need some checks and balances in this game, man. That's all I'm saying. I don't need to be running around with no 80 lateral quickness, 84 perimeter defense, and I know across the way there's gonna be somebody like, I'm gonna throw out a couple of names here, guys like I'm Davis or guys like Poor Boy Sin. These guys are going to have 95 or 93 plus ball control. And Zach Timmerman has already confirmed in NBA 2K20 that your speed with ball rating is now tied in a percentage with ball control and your speed that you're getting in the game. Now, I'm not trying to say I don't want those guys to have that. I actually like seeing that type of variety in the game because I want to see those guys cook up. I want to see guys like I'm Davis, Poor Boy Sin, or any of the playmakers in the community that actually can cook up with a playmaker, but I also want to see the checks and balances to it. But it needs to be something to where there's a height restriction on lockdown defenders that match what the playmakers are doing. That way we can have true one-on-one matchups. And I know a lot of people are disagreeing with the fact that they think lockdowns are overpowered. Yes, I do agree. Last year, if people made a pure lockdown defender at 6'10", 6'8", and they were still getting 88 plus lateral quickness, they max out their wingspan, there needed to be some restrictions on it. But with 2K20 and how it's being set up already, it seems like they got the restrictions right so far. Even if you go to the shooting guard position, I don't think you can make a 6'6", or you can't make a 6'7", 6'8" build. It stops at 6'6". So it's cool to know that now we have restrictions on certain builds, but say if somebody does make a small forward lock, right? You punish that person, give them 84 lateral quickness. I'm okay with that. But if you are going to be a point guard or a shooting guard, and you know for a fact there's gonna be a time where we're gonna get switched out on an island on some pure playmaker, and I got a lot of playmakers in my friends list, so shout out to y'all. And these boys are gonna cook up from the jump when they have quick first step Hall of Fame, they're gonna have downhill Hall of Fame, and these boys are gonna be able to just blow by just by stats and attributes off one move. They need to give us more hybrid defender pie charts and lockdown pie charts. Now, two-way builds, I know people are like, well, they're giving us this, you should just be cool with it. Honestly, those builds are trash. I'll just keep it a buck with you. You see in two-way builds have 78 lateral quickness with 81 perimeter defense. Look, until we see it in PvP multiplayer in comparison to all these best built videos I'm seeing across the community with 87 playmaking or 93 playmaking, or some with 97 playmaking, yo, we can go ahead and throw that in the bag, because those two-way builds are gonna get cooked up from the jump. Besides that, guys, the whole point of this video was really to just point out that we need more specific pie charts to hybrid defenders. We need to either get that, or we need to increase two-way builds, lateral quickness, and perimeter defense versus playmakers, and it needs to be a checks and balances. I don't want any 6'10 defenders. I want y'all to hear me out here. I don't want no 6'10 lockdown like 2K19, obviously. But we definitely need the checks and balances that when we go against a playmaker, that we can actually stay in front just off a statistical base. But besides that, guys, I know this was just a little bit of a long conversational type video, because I've been struggling on what to put together for 2K20 demo the last, what, 4 or 5 days. It's been 6 days since I uploaded, and you guys know my struggle with it. I'm not gonna come out here in front like these builds are just nasty like that. Nah, man, some of these builds can't even hold a candle to the sharp defender or the shot defender on 2K19, and that is what it is, to be fair. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, I want to know from you guys. Leave me some feedback on how you feel. Keep it civil, because I'm somebody who, I will respect you in the comment section if you respect me as far as my opinions. Other than that, man, I want to know how you guys feel, because a lot of the hybrid defenders, they're gone. And how do you feel about defense going into 2K20? Are they trying to get rid of it altogether? But besides that, man, I know it's just a game, just having fun, but you know, we like to make sure we can lock up on both ends of the floor, man. But I appreciate you. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one, my people. Peace.